Hi guys, and very nice greetings. I hope you can hear me and see me. Yeah, I hope you are well and everything is alright with you. Let's start very fast. Wildfires, Hawaii. The spiritual meaning. Maybe you already feel it, what it is. Just my take on, always pick up what resonates. I feel it is an attack. It is an attack to Sophia and Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Christ, however you want to call it, the Divine Mother, Land of Mu, Lemuria, our Mother. Yes, very high vibrational codes hitting from the sun, and now you see the chaos rises again. It's really over and over and over and over the same, guys. And so many people got this question why. We had Lion's Gate, 2X class solar flare hitting, and now you see so much chaos. Because Christ returned already. Sophia already returned. These are the good news. We are anchoring her codes and the Christus codes at the moment. And because they try to stop this divine process, they attack areas, grids. It's always about grid work. No, and these are really no coincidences. Why Maui? Because it's the center. It's just what I see. Yes, and I felt it very strong in my body. I had to throw up 3 times. I couldn't get up. I had horrible migraine, back pain, neck pain. So because we stayed in the 4th dimension in the year 2021, I believe to know what it is. And why are they doing this? Because they try to suppress the frequency. You know they have very advanced technology. And when you dive deeper into this, we are already surrounded by apps, softwares they install. The AI phantom. I over and over talk about it. And I had to honor in the year 2021 to see it. I had the chance to see the phantom and what includes the phantom. And it's beyond awful, to be honest. And I fully understand why so many starseeds, spiritual people, are afraid to see. Because it's very painful. And I have to be honest with myself. And I have the impulse to talk more and more and more about what I saw. And it's not easy for me because you see again, I got attacked. Maybe they already knew, she will do a video on this. Or she will speak up, who knows? They have very advanced technology. And it goes far beyond our imagination. And I talk about beings which have their first physical incarnation here. They are known as the 104K light warriors, and it's a code too. It's your fully activated DNA. It's a frequency. But these people are born with this frequency. And they cannot forget who they are. They always have this deep memory from their homes. I talk about the free universe. Beings which came from the free universe into this hologram. They have their physical experience the first time. This is my understanding of an 104K light warrior. In other words, this is Yeshua's army. And I talk about Yeshua ben Joseph, and not about Jesus Christ, which is hanging on a cross. He was not real. He is part of the phantom. Jesus is Lucifer. It is the same deity. It's an AI duplicate. It's a program. It's a software. But Yeshua ben Joseph, which was petite, he had curly hair, this lamb circa, curly hair. He was petite. He had green eyes, by the way. The reason why the cabal are stalking people with green eyes is because of this. And I witnessed it myself. Simon Parkes is right. Maybe you know Simon Parkes. He did a video on this. Why the cabal are stalking people with green eyes.
That is why there is only 1.8% of the population, official records, not my figures, official figures, only 1.8 have green eyes. Okay, because it's rare. because it means that you have visited the fourth dimension, the lower part of the fourth dimension. You have witnessed and seen, or your soul has witnessed and seen whatever it's witnessed and seen, and you have maybe practiced, crafting of energies, and then you come here, and the soul is, that's the element of it. It's fourth dimensional. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person, far from it. It means that you have witnessed the control element, and if your mind and your soul makes a choice for good, and I say this to my clients, then a fourth dimensional person can bring as much change as a fifth or sixth or higher dimensional person, because he or she who has experienced the fourth dimension has worn the t-shirt, so that you see around you the control element of the earth and you think, well, there's an element in me that recognizes this, and I need to rebel against this, I need to fight against it. So the color of your eye represents your life's history, not just this life, but your life's history, and it is an advert for where you've been, and hence why the elite sort of label people by the color of their eye. And Marilyn Monroe was always going to have blue eyes. So the elite understand this, they measure it. Ordinary people, unaware, have no clue, they don't understand. And the important thing about eye color, I'll just finish on this one, is it's got nothing to do with how much money you earn. It's got nothing to do with broadly speaking, your voice. It's got nothing to do with the clothes you wear. It is an identity card that a very small percentage of the population can identify. So if your eye color is green, remember, you're born, you have a birth certificate, so you've already been checked over, you've got your legal document which has gone off to the elite, and they'll say, oh, this is an interesting person because they've got X, Y or Z, and we'll keep an eye on them.
Because people with green eyes are able to see the fourth dimension very good. And they want to be sure they cannot see either. They have you on the radar. They also want to know your blood type, because they want to know, do you belong to the blood type of Lucifer? Yes, and he is really real. It's not just fantasy. It's hard to explain this. On one hand, it's a consciousness, the Luciferian consciousness, the satanic consciousness, but in return, it's really a deity. It's very hard to explain. It's like everything comes together. Everything we know comes together now. So you can read the truth everywhere. A little bit, there's some truth, mixed with many lies and illusions. Even in the New Age, the same, many truths mixed with many lies. So they are very intelligent. They wanted to be sure that we believe in this. And Simon Park said the same. People with green-colored eyes are dangerous in the eyes of the cabal. Yes, and I observe it myself. How many times people got stalked which have green eyes on YouTube. And I know these people are still watching me, and I know who you are watching right now very closely. He's a soul brother. Because Yeshua ben Joseph had green eyes too. Do you understand? I don't know if this resonates. Mary Magdalene had green eyes too, I saw. Green colored eyes. So that's the reason why they stalk people with green eyes. Maybe they belong to the same bloodline. We must be careful. Yeshua saw through this. They almost destroyed everything. That's what they told me in the fourth dimension. Lucifer told me this. Yes, Ashtar is Lucifer. Enki is Lucifer. Thoth is Lucifer. Osiris is Lucifer. They all belong to the same blood type. Yahweh is Lucifer. It goes very deep. Almost everything we know is just a fucking illusion. And it fucking hurts. I cried so much as we entered this reality. And I saw who's watching us. Then I saw why they're stalking people with green eyes so closely. Wow, maybe they belong to Yeshua's bloodline. They hate him so much, guys.
Miss Dunleavy? Excuse me, you are Catherine Dunleavy, aren't you? The doctor is ready.
It's the hormones, dear.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Trust me, honey. I could do this procedure with my eyes closed.
No, please.
Just relax.
Can't move my hands. What's happening?
Get a sample. Make sure this is the right one.
Please stop.
It's her.
Good. Kill him.
Why? Lucifer, Ashtar, Enki, it's the same deity, told me in the fourth dimension, Yeshua is an asshole. This is what he told me. Enki. No, Enki is not with us. He never was. He always saw humans as an experiment. Planet Earth is an experiment. It's my planet. Enlil created us humans.
If I don't seal this, you can't touch the earth even if you kill me. Is that right?
That planet belongs to me. It is my right.
Not anymore.
You have no idea what you're doing.
I am making sure that whatever you do to me and my family, you're not able to do to anyone else's.
This is not a game. I am not my brother or my sister. If you do not seal
Pardon, my lord?
Mr. Knight.
It is an emergency. The grav hull is ruptured. The gas is reacting to the stockworks.
You seal it now. Seal it now!
My lord, is that advisable without the abdication?
He's not attacking us, what I feel. I try to clarify the spirit of war too. The war between Enlil and Enki, so guys. They are all not pure. Enlil, what I'm getting, he created us humans. It's his creation. He's known as Zeus. Zeus is Enlil. He is the All-Father, so to speak. Oh, and he has many women and many children, daughters and sons. And he wants to be seen as a god too. So when there is a deity which wants to be seen as a god or as a lord, please be careful. Because a true Christ being never wants to be seen as a god or a lord. But I asked for a couple of days ago what's going on with Enlil. And I don't know if I got it right, okay? Please pick up what resonates. On one hand, Enlil did not attack us. As we state in the fourth dimension, no. He did not attack us for sure. And it feels like he's neutral. Neutral. It's like he gave up Project Earth many, many years ago. He gave up. You understand? He said, oh no, that's not my business, so to speak. But what I'm getting is that he's watching his brother closely. And then I received a message like, Enlil says it's too much what his brother does. He really loses his mind. This is what he says. Because he sees that he is completely out of control. His younger brother, Hades, by the way, is Enki. He is the lord of the underworld, also known as Osiris. It's all Enki, it's the same bloodline. He's the lord of the underworld, Hades. So I just see that Enlil, Zeus, do something which is a little bit better for us. He shares with us some messages, some insights or codes.
Zeus is spoken. When the time is right, I'm going to talk to him.
Time's right now.
Time is not right now.
Who is talking? Who is talking?
These guys. Go, shut up.
You have something to say to the group? Hello. Let me be the first to say it is an honor and a privilege to be here.
No, I can't hear you. Why don't you take the stage?
Mighty Zeus. Wow. Gods of the universe. I come here to ask for your help.
Pretty boy, you go back to your seat and you be quiet.
Zeus, we must do something.
You cannot come to the orgy.
You have to listen to us.
That's it.
I want to teach you something. Something I haven't even told my sons. And I have a lot of sons. Thunderbolt can be anything. Thunderbolt is just electricity. You can have it anytime you call. Power is everywhere. You just have to harness it. Know your point? Power comes from the heart. Like the Romans say, apri il cuore. Yes. Eternity is at the edge of space. You go, and you go, until you can't go no further. There you will find the altar of eternity.
Thunderbolt will take you there.
You sure you won't come with us? We could really use the king of the gods.
No. To go there, you must be pure. Zeus is many things, but he's not pure. Apri il cuore.
But he cannot do it for us because his heart isn't pure. Maybe you do agree something is off with Zeus as well. He created Deities, for example. It's his creation. In other words, their illusions just grasps your mind, but never your soul and never your heart. And I saw two illusions, the Satanic matrix, the Luciferian matrix, and they are at war with each other. The Satanic matrix is what you slowly see. In the government, the draconians, the greys, the lizards, the destructive lizards, not all of them. They all belong to the beast consciousness. They belong to Marduk, the son of Enki. The Galactic Federation, for example, belongs to the Luciferian illusion.
Hello, Earth. Your time as a free planet is coming to an end. What are you doing?
Office chair racing.
How are your feet locked? Everybody can see you.
Oh. Sorry.
Sorry, Jeff. Sorry doesn't cut it. Look like a bunch of morons. Earthlings, bow down in fear as your superior beings above you are one. What was that? Huh? You sassing me? You sassing me, punk?
Yeah.
I will not.
It's called the weekend. So Saturday and Sundays, those are the humans' favorite days.
Why? What did they do on those days?
Nothing.
Oh, figures. What do they do after the weekend?
They go to work on Monday. Humans hate Mondays.
Oh. We should invade on the weekend.
Invade on a Monday?
Yeah, but they already hate Mondays.
It's extra mean.
Yes, exactly.
Hi there, humanity. My name is Don. I'm an alien. But don't worry, we come in peace.
You don't speak for us.
I definitely don't come in peace.
Exactly. If peace happens, then fine.
Then what should I say?
You know what? Tell them we come in peace, and then they won't be expecting an invasion.
Ooh, tell them we come in peace.
Halloween.
So they knock on the door, and then they beg for food?
Close. Candy. Yeah, and when they're adults, they just celebrate with lots and lots of alcohol.
They know their atmosphere is disintegrating, and the humans choose to focus on that?
There's more.
Huh?
The entire planet plays dress up.
What do they dress up as?
Whatever you want. A political official, a funny pun, a sexy crayon.
Ooh.
Trick or treat!
Is that supposed to be me?
No, it's just some random alien.
That is very offensive.
Yeah, agreed. It's in very poor taste, Don.
Well, it didn't mean to offend you at all.
I don't look like that, do I? No. But look at the eyes, they're all ovally. And my head is not nearly as brown.
No, it's a goofy mask.
The humans will pay for their mockery. Get that out of here!
I look a woman up and down and I say, hey, how you doing?
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 How are you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How are you doing?
How you doing?
Am I saying it right?
What happens when you over and over reconnect your soul with 4D, which is the astral plane, and we were walking around there? You feel empty. Nothing makes sense. You are isolated, alone, divided. When you join the Luciferian matrix, you start judging people which cannot see. The collective, the sheeple, these are sheeple, the farmer, right? You see through this. Then you believe it's already done. You already are aligned being. No. It is an illusion again. So this means they created a copy from our team and they call them Pleiadians. But behind the Pleiadians are the real ones. You understand? Copying and paste, copying and paste. This is all they can do. Why? Because they are jealous of the creation. They are jealous of the divine creation. And because they chose the path to be disconnected from God, copying and paste, copying and paste, copying and paste. And this is the same what the AI does. So it's just copying and paste. And they don't know how to get back. No, and they don't want to change. They want to keep their antichristic empire as long as possible. So, and that's what I try to say. And I know it's so fucking triggering. Please pick up what resonates with your heart. It is really a biblical, religious, spiritual battle. And I saw that they all work with the Book of Revelation. But official, they talk about astrology, about oracle cards, about Syrian channelings, but they all work with the Book of Revelation, I saw. Okay, it's just a game. They just try to confuse us and to keep us in their antichristic empire. Imagine your team is real, but they are not called Syrians. No, they are even not called Anuhasi. Even with Ashiana Din, not everything is accurate. I just saw she was accurate on the Phantom. But what if I tell you, we were just surrounded by humans in this reality. I didn't see any extraterrestrial next to me. No one. These were all humans. But you saw it in their eyes who they are. They fell. So this means all what is real are fallen angels or angels. There is not more. And all humans are angels. So we come from a plane in which we are angels. And this game goes up to 7D, in which we still live in a simulation. And the more we got to stay way higher back to Yahweh, so to speak, the all-seeing eye, which is on the top, the more the world around us changes. So, for example, in 5D, they are not known as Pleiadians. They are not known as Andromedans, not known as Syrians. But they are real. Do you understand? They just created a copy. Because they knew many of us, I talk about us indigos, starseeds, crystals, however, we will incarnate now. The Book of Revelation. It is their book. They study the Book of Revelation in all detail. 4D is your mind. The moon is your mind, 4D. But slowly we are anchoring the energy of Christ. That's why you see so much of it, it makes no sense. And we just free ourselves from all this. And that's why they over and over attack Sophia's astrom, Christ, Yeshua, and Mary Magdalene's astrom. And we stayed there many weeks. I had many questions. I asked them, for example, about Yeshua. Ashtar, for example, was there too. He was a digital human. These are really just software apps. They all merged with technology. And inside their technology, they are immortal. But they harvest the energy from souls to survive, like a vampire. Jupiter ascending. It's real. And when you see these humans in Jupiter ascending, they are half human and half digital too. They use technology to shapeshift, for example. This is really the technology they use. So what I can tell you is, as I asked these beings about Yeshua, the first message was, he's an asshole. So actually this means it's good for us. Okay? Because everything is inverted in the matrix. Everything is working against life. Evil is the opposite of life. And when you don't work with life together, yes, so then slowly you destroy yourself. That's the point. And you destroy life too. Plants, nature, animals, because you destroy yourself. That was the first message. He's an asshole. So then I asked, what did he have done? Why do you call him asshole? And then I received a message by Ashtar, Enki, Lucifer, however, because he almost destroyed my simulation. Wow. This means as he died, he created so many holes.
Darkness of the She-Cone Jewel. I'm not gonna let that happen. Naraku, I'll defeat you here and now and lift the curse of the wind tunnel for good.
Naraku is joining with the She-Cone Jewel.
He's not being sucked into it.
Is that the power of the jewel?
All those years ago, the She-Cone Jewel was supposed to have burned with Kikyo's corpse and been obliterated from this world. Even so, the She-Cone Jewel used Kikyo's lingering feelings for Inuyasha, as well as Kagome's, her own reincarnation, to return to this world. Shattered but not destroyed, the jewel continued to bring new disaster as it slowly but surely reassembled. The She-Cone Jewel will never disappear from this world. Even if I am destroyed, it will live on.
Huh? Naraku, what were you even trying to accomplish?
Huh? Kagome.
The whole time you've been fighting against us, it's always the same thing over and over again. First you tore Kikyo and Inuyasha apart. Forced Sango and Kohaku to fight against each other. And now you're trying to use the love between Moroku and Sango to destroy them. You can't stand love and friendship, so you devoted your entire life trying to break people apart. But why? Is that all you really wanted?
Why ask me now?
You couldn't have done any of those things if you didn't understand the human heart. The pain of loss wouldn't mean anything to you if you didn't know what it felt like to have a bond with someone.
Kagome, what are you doing?
Nothing will ever satisfy you because the She-Cone Jewel didn't grant your real wish.
This woman...
You were hesitating, weren't you? Because you know the She-Cone Jewel turns every body that it absorbs into a true monster.
My hesitation...
You have a complete She-Cone Jewel in your hands, and yet we both know you still haven't tried to absorb it.
That changes nothing. Are you so naive that you think you can purify my heart with your empty words? Well, you were sadly mistaken! Kagome, stand back! Eido-san, Getsuha! Naraku!
Insects again. Naraku!
I came here to see you in person.
What do you want?
I needed to test my new power.
I've told you before. A half-demon who harbors Onigumo's heart has absolutely no power to kill me.
You speak the truth, Kikyo. Indeed, if I still had Onigumo's heart, I wouldn't be able to lay a hand on you now, would I? Even though your body is mere artifice.
You wretch.
I knew you weren't real, and yet I was still unable to reach out and strike you. You, a woman made of nothing but clay and bones.
What's wrong, Naraku? Weren't you here to kill me?
Don't sound so self-assured. It was not out of fear that I decided to spare you. Consider yourself lucky. I will not kill you. I will break you.
Into the simulation. And the people had the chance to go home, to break free from their crazy AI simulation. Yeshua is Neo from Matrix, for example, and in almost every movie you see the same story. And I collected so many clips now. These are really no coincidences. It's really over and over and over the same energy, over and over the same deities, and it's over and over and over a couple alone against Lucifer, so to speak, the fallen angel. It's really them, over and over and over and over again.
Remember those days, Inuyasha, when we were happy, long before Naraku tore us apart? Inuyasha, would you be willing to use the Shikon jewel to become a human?
Well, if I were to become a human, what would you do, Kikyo?
I am the guardian of the Shikon jewel, but if it did not exist, I'd be an ordinary woman.
How could I forget? Back then, I wanted to become human, so we could spend our lives together.
At last, I have become an ordinary woman.
Kikyo, you were the first woman that I ever loved, the first person that I ever cared for. But I still couldn't save you.
You've never done that, Inuyasha. I think that's the first time I've ever seen you cry.
Kikyo, I'm sorry. You needed me and I couldn't save you.
It doesn't matter. You came for me. That was enough.
Kikyo.
Inuyasha.
Kikyo. Look at this light.
It's Kikyo's soul.
It almost feels as if she's saying goodbye.
It's so warm. Inuyasha?
Kikyo doesn't want us to mourn her. She says she'll protect us. Forever.
No. You'll live, Odette. The vow I made was for you.
I know. I love you,
Odette. 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 I made the vow for her. Do you hear? The vow I made was for her! No need to shout. Don't let her die.
Is that a threat?
Don't you dare let her die!
Oh, it is a threat.
You are too much. Let her go. Get a grip. Come here. Let me show you around. Well. It's a small underworld after all, huh? Meg! No. Mustn't touch. You see, Meg's running with a new crowd these days, and not a very lively one at that.
You like making deals. Take me in Meg's place.
The son of my hated rival trapped forever in a river of death.
Going once.
Is there a downside to this?
Going twice.
Okay. You get her out. She goes. You stay. Oh, you know what slipped my mind? You'll be dead before you can get to her. That's not a problem, is it?
Won't cut.
This is impossible. You can't be alive. You'd have to be a god. Hercules, stop! You can't do this to me. You can't. Okay, well, I deserve that. Eric, can we talk? Your dad, he's a fun guy, right? So maybe you could put in a word with him and kind of blow this whole thing off, you know? Meg, talk to him, you know, a little schmooze.
No! Our princess, your time is up! Jasmine!
Oh, nice shot, John!
Don't toy with me! Abu!
Trent? Trinity? Trinity?
I'm here.
Where?
Here.
It's unbelievable, Trin. Light everywhere. Like the whole thing was built of light. I wish you could see what I see.
You've already shown me so much.
What is it, Trinity? What's wrong?
I can't go with you, Nia. I've gone as far as I can.
What?
Don't be afraid. I'm sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen.
You, gypsy girl, get down at once.
Yes, Your Honor. Just as soon as I free this poor creature.
I forbid it. How dare you defy me?
You mistreat this poor boy the same way you mistreat my people. You speak of justice, yet you are cruel to those most in need of your help.
Silence!
Justice!
Mark my words, Gypsy. You will pay for this insolence.
Then it appears we've crowned the wrong fool. The only fool I see is you.
I have made my choice.
He is not coming back. Why do you linger here when there is no hope?
There is still hope.
for Frodo.
Such a handsome boy.
Don't touch him!
Harry! Oh, I'd almost forgotten you were here. Standing on the bones of my father. I'd introduce you, but word has it you're almost as famous as me these days. The boy who lived. How lies have fed your legend, Harry. Shall I reveal what really happened that night 13 years ago? Shall I divulge how I truly lost my powers? It was love. You see, when dear sweet Lily Potter gave her life for her only son, she provided the ultimate protection. I could not touch him. It was old magic, something I should have foreseen. But no matter, no matter. Things have changed. I can touch you.
Do nothing! He's mine to finish! He's mine!
Harry, when the connection is broken, you must get to the port key. We can linger for a moment to give you some time, but only a moment. Do you understand?
Harry, take my body back, will you? Take my body back to my father.
Let go. Sweetheart, you're ready. Let go. Let go.
These are really no coincidences. I collected it and we can watch it together. So you see what happens now in Land of Mu is an attack again, I see. And they attack Sophia again. And since Sinead O'Connor passed away, for example, yes, it was a message. It was already preparation, a sign for us what happens soon. And they're attacking those which work with Christ, Yeshua's army, so to speak. Do you know Harry Potter? Dumbledore's army, yeah? It is really almost the same with Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Dumbledore's army, you can say. And Lord Voldemort is Enki. It's really his energy. And he is still very active. He's very active at the moment. He is. And I can tell you, he attacks us over and over and over again. Because he still holds on Project Earth. His older brother not. He said no. It doesn't make any sense. And Enlil created us humans, not Enki, and not the Anunnaki. That's not true. Zeus created us. But he also did it, how shall I explain this? It was an experiment. But he created us in the same way as he is, so to speak. You understand? And when you dive deeper into the Greek mythology, Zeus created the stars on the sky. His opinion is his brother is going totally nuts, Hades, yeah, his younger brother, and it's too much. And this is the war you feel from behind, but keep in your mind, it's their battle again. You understand? But what I'm getting is that he's sending us some signs and messages which are helpful. But you know, when he really wants to help us, he is Zeus. So this means when Zeus would return, just an example, back to Earth, because he's not here, because I asked where is Enlil, and I see him flying somewhere in the space, he's not here, I saw, I don't know if it's true, because when he would return, I talk about Zeus, he's the All-Father, and when he says, you know what I'm talking about, Hades must listen. Hades is his younger brother. And in so many movies, like in Hercules, Disney's Hercules, do you know this one? It's like Hades always wants to rule over Olymp. And he wants to destroy Zeus. But even Zeus is mocking Hades. It's really just their battle. The energy of Enki is more dirty. He has a cold and a dirty energy, like Hades. It's very dirty, dark, okay? And Zeus in return basically has a warm aura, a warm energy. So because he created us humans and not Enki, he, how shall I explain that, created humans in the same way as he looks. Actually, we are sunny beings. We have a warm energy and not cold and dirty. Hades is the lord of the underworld. So I share with you some clips in which I see when you watch Disney's Hercules, Hades, is recycling all souls in the underworld. So he is responsible for the recycle machine, the reincarnation machine, that people over and over return back to Earth. Do you understand? It's like he is still very active. I just know that Enlil means it a little bit lighter, but he's not saving us and he's not working active, because when he would, it would be already over.
My boy, my little Hercules.
How sentimental. You know, I haven't been this choked up since I got a hunk of moussaka caught in my throat. Huh? So is this an audience or a mosaic? Hey, how you doing? Looking good. Nice dress.
So Hades, you finally made it. How are things in the underworld?
Well, they're just fine. You know, a little dark, a little gloomy, and as always, hey, full of dead people. What are you gonna do? Oh, there's the little sunspot, little snoochie. And here is a sucker for the little sucker. Here you go. You just... Yeah, powerful little tyke.
Come on, Hades, don't be such a stiff. Join the celebration.
Hey, love to, babe. But unlike you gods lounging about up here, I regrettably have a full-time gig that you, by the way, so charitably bestowed on me, Zeus. So, can't. Love to, but can't.
You ought to slow down. You work yourself to death. Ha! Work yourself to death. Kill myself.
If only. If
because Zeus is his older brother. So, and when Zeus, you know, is getting angry and mad and shoots around his lightnings, they must all listen. And then it's over immediately. So don't wait for Zeus or for Enlil. I just see, he sees Earth as, how shall I explain that? As a project he gave up. And he's more intergalactic. He is not over Earth. He's not located above Earth. I don't see him. He's very busy. I see him flying somewhere. I don't know where. In other multiverses, I don't know where he is. And in return, his heart is not pure either. Okay, he is lighter, and he was always lighter to Enki. Always he was lighter. But he will not come and save us. But he created us humans. It was him and not Enki, I saw. Enki is the guy which created the AI. The dark Borg machine, for example, it's his creation. Anunnaki, Enki. In German, KI, AI, KI, Anunnaki, KI, Enki. It was him. Yeah, and he wanted to have its own empire. And he is losing his mind. I find no other words for this. He's literally going crazy. Why? Because Sophia returned. And these high vibrational codes are hitting. We are waking up slowly. So many starseeds are slowly waking up too from all this illusion. So what is happening? And their games and their technology are so tricky. They over and over and over shoot us down with frequencies, and they try to manipulate our brain waves. Everything. They even decided for us which birthday we have. Yes, and we saw them. The Pleiadians in 4D, the Red Pill, the Luciferian agenda. They appear as kind, but they couldn't look us into the eyes. Hi! This way. So over nice. So as we saw through them, they couldn't look Marcel and me into the eyes any longer, and they ran away. Yeah, and this is the Galactic Federation. These are Pleiadians, these are Syrians, these are Arcturians. So the Arcturians are real, but they are not known as Arcturians. They just created a copy from our team in the Phantom. And it was not easy to jump through this illusion, that you are really in contact with the divine matrix. This was really not easy, guys. They didn't allow this. So even when you did astral projections, almost impossible to jump up to 5D. With your astral body, they never allowed it. You were just able to see 4D over and over again. And the same goes with channeling. Almost always we channeled just 4D. And because they held the scepter in 4D, and it was their empire, because they were trapped there, we over and over channeled their predictions. Or to keep us waiting, to be confused. Isn't it? And almost nothing never became true, they told us from 4D, isn't it? And what happens is the greatest redemption. Because what I'm getting is these machines they install are losing power. That's why Enki goes so crazy. Yes, and Enki is the father of the Cabal. He is. It's not Endel. They all don't like Endel, guys. I saw it. Because they know when he would return, I talk about Zeus, they must stop with everything. They know. But to me, it's just what I see, Endel is neutral. And he's not working active, what I feel. But he's not attacking us. And that is what you feel. Yeah, he's lighter, but something is strange with him. Yeah, because he took part in this too. It's really not easy to find words for this without being judging people. Because it was really a prison, guys. It was a cage. So when they got you one time, they tried to recycle your soul. So, and with us, angels, because we are known as angels, it does exist just fallen angels or angels. There is not more. Okay? And what they try is to turn us angels into a fallen angel too. Because we always feel not home here. Never we feel home here. But we had not full access. And they did it because they wanted to be sure you cannot remember. So as we said yes to this simulation, we agreed to the rules. One of the rules was you cannot remember. We decide the family for you. A big lie in the New Age. A big, big lie. Slowly, we can decide our own parents. These new angels which are incarnating now, they choose more and more harmonious parents and families. No, this was not an experience or a challenge or, yeah, I chose my family because I have to go through this. No, it was decided by these overlords in which family you will reincarnate. And do you understand now why there were over and over and over souls which had to suffer every incarnation? Or why there are so many people, children dying and they're suffering in Africa? And then we tell each other in the New Age, yeah, these souls wanted to know how it is to suffer. You are born with cancer in Africa and then you will die. In the next incarnation, the same again. and over and over and over and over and over again in Africa. Because the soul wants to know how it is to suffer, always. No. They did it because through your suffering, through your pain, they receive energy. And the more high vibrational you were, the more they wanted to be sure you suffer. Because through your pain, through your suffering, they receive energy for their Borg machine. Do you understand this consciousness? They even decided which family we will reincarnate. They even decided which name we will have here. Yeah, because they programmed almost every person here. Alexander Laurent explains it, and I saw almost the same, yeah? They even gave the parents the order which name you will have. Because they want to control everything. And this is a typical trait of an Anunnaki, by the way. Their typical program or trait is they want to control everything. They want to control your soul, they want to control your behavior, they want to control your body, they want to control your thoughts, they want to control your life, they want to control your astrology chart, they want to control your human design system, they want to control life, they want to control God, they want to control everything, they want to control death. This is them. They do the same with themselves, by the way. They want to control everything because they are afraid to die. And they are so afraid to die because they know when they die, they will face the divine. And they are so afraid because they know what they did is actually not good. Okay, then we find a way to stay immortal. But they lost the connection to the divine and they can hardly generate energy from within because they are empty inside, yet they need energy from souls. Do you understand? Like in Jupiter ascending, and these are the fallen ones. And all what they do is to project their consciousness and their programs onto humans. So and they deceived humans in higher dimensions. So I didn't figure out who the all-seeing eye is, I just know it's Yahweh. Alexander Laurent says Yahweh is AI, so wow, so this means it's everything just technology, but who created this AI? You know? But I feel no, there is an organic being behind the AI. That's what I see. Someone developed the AI because they want to control everything. They even want to control your free will. This is a very typical trait of these beings. So, and they have a hierarchy inside their matrices. And this is so complicated, I even cannot tell you everything because I'm still processing. You know, and I see more and more and more and more. And I had exact the same feeling as we entered this crazy reality. At the end, I'm so grateful, but the punishment is we can't talk to someone for real. It's like even when I do videos on social media or when I talk to the spiritual community, I feel this limitation. I feel this, okay, I must be careful what I say because I don't want to trigger a person which channels the Galactic Federation, for example. So, and everything exists there and you really have free will. And we just heard the calling of the people which were prisoners here. It was a big, big experiment, I tell you. So and it was not an order by God because you have free will. So why? So you chose from your free will what to do. And this is what these demigods and these fallen entities did. They just chose their free will to design this phantom, to design this hierarchy and all these illusions and matrices. They did it from their free will. There was no one which told them, hey, do this please, it's a school. No. They just wanted to have their own empire. There is no deep reason behind all this. But slowly it's getting really out of control. It's too much. Don't you feel this, what they do? Even with Land of Muna, with Hawai. And we cannot tell our sisters and brothers thousands of times you were just in a low vibration, that's why you suffer, no. But you never feel a true and a deep connection. You always feel there is a limit or they're running really on a program. And every time I tell you in the spiritual community, when Marcel and me were in trouble, when we needed help, almost no one of them was there. And suddenly they hurted you. They told you very horrible things and they were suddenly ice cold. Instead of helping you this way, no, they were suddenly ice cold, and they let you believe it's simply your problem, it's your fault. Instead of telling you that almost every person was programmed and almost no one had free will here. Really, they even tried to manipulate your free will. It was really a prison. The greatest redemption is we break free from the prison. And the assumption is totally different what we know from the New Age. It's really totally different. We neutralize all illusions. When you are a starseed from these high vibrational dimensions, and you are a Pleiadian, so to speak, but you are not known as a Pleiadian, do you understand? As we agreed to this game here, we had to work with a program, with an app, with a software. So, and then we decided to take on a physical body which vibrates in the same frequency. That's why I told you over and over again, we starseeds, which are angels, we already had the honor to work for the Galactic Federation. And what I noticed is, almost every time when we believed, oh, this Pleiadian is our friend, they didn't help us. When we were really in trouble, they hurted us suddenly. They told us very horrible things. Yeah, you shine so bright. You're twin flames. This cannot be right. Why got you attacked over and over again? Yeah, you have so many traumas to release. Yeah, but Marcel and me are twin flames. So this means our soul was ready to meet each other. So then please explain to me why they hunted Yeshua. So actually he would have the best life, isn't it? During his lifetime, Yeshua. No, he had so much karma, right? That's why he suffered, and they hunted him because he had so much karma. And I always felt this, something is off, and this is what many of these beings tell you. They always give you a feeling of it's your fault, it's your problem. No, we all got programmed, and they controlled us almost 100%, everything, even your destiny. It was all programmed. Your numerology, your life path, everything. They wanted to be sure which character you play. And even when you became very famous, it was already programmed and decided. It was not, you understand? It was already decided. Because everything what happened here was already programmed and decided. And that's why the Cabal knew what happens with the sea already many years before they showed us what's happening soon. Because everything what happens is already decided. And that's why I love this anime X so much, because they over and over talk about my destiny, the dragons of heaven, which is us, by the way, a true angel, the dragons of heaven. So they over and over say, it's my destiny.
Do as you wish. But I have only one thing to tell you. No one can escape their destiny. It's impossible.
Shut up. I couldn't care less about destiny. Answer me. Who is it?
It was my destiny to be born as one of the 7 seals. And I've learned to accept that.
To become a 7 seal member. It's my destiny to work as a dragon of earth. It's my destiny to work as a dragon of heaven. And just Kamui alone is able to choose his own destiny. And it was impossible. Because really everything what happens is happening because it's happening. There is no, if you will, no timeline. Or you can jump into many different timelines. No. Even when you dive into a heavy timeline, it is already decided that you will join a heavy timeline. And when you jump up into a light timeline, it is already decided that you will jump into a light timeline. And in the anime X, one of my favorites, you see it. There's a character, her name is Hierachy, and she listened to the prediction of a stargazer, and she fell in love with a man. They all belong to the dragons of heaven, which is actually us starseeds, okay, like them. And she knows that he will die soon. Sorata is his name. So, and she always tried to deny and to refuse. No, I don't love him. I don't love him. She was always cold and ice cold to him because she knew he will die. And he will save her life. he will die for her, Sorata. And even Sorata knows, the stargazer is telling him this too. Okay? So in Ara, she tries everything she can to change her destiny. And she tries to save Sorata. And she's doing so strange things because she hoped when she's doing this, she can change it. But because she believed she can change their destiny, and she did the strange things, Sorata died. And he had to save her, because she's doing very strange things. And because she tried to change her destiny, the destiny was fulfilled, and Sorata dies. You understand? And this was the fucking problem here. And this is strictly forbidden. This is strictly forbidden. You have free will. You decide your family for real. You decide your astrology chart. You decide which name you have. But they controlled everything. They even controlled your destiny, your decisions, your name, your numerology, everything. So when you were suddenly famous, they decided it for you. It was just an illusion. You worked so hard on yourself and, hey, you must do more manifestation and affirmations. No, it was all fulfilled. It is all part of the destiny. And that's a teaching of the Kabbalah. Even they know, guys. And I saw it. So they know everything is already part of the destiny. You had no free will. And this is so horrible. You cannot imagine how I cried. And this is not all what I saw. And what happens now is the greatest redemption. Kamui in this anime is the only one. He can decide his own destiny and no one is able to predict his destiny. No one knows who Kamui is. And do you know who Kamui is? Yeshua. It's him again. So they over and over shared with us who they were and what kind of job they did. Kamui was totally different. No one knows who he is and no one can predict his future. No one. He decided his own future. The same to Neo and Matrix. It's the same energy again. So they broke the simulation. They broke everything they tried to control. And that's why they hate them so much till today. Because they destroyed almost their whole simulation, their entire simulation. It's really them. And they showed us over and over in movies who they were. Yes, and when you have problems to get access to your Christ heart, to the energy of Sophia, so you can reconnect back to them, because these were one of the first. And they already did the job. And actually you came for the same job, Starseed. You're not here to channel the Pleiadians thousands of times, and you're not here to channel the Galactic Federation, and because we are just known as angels. And Garden Eden is true Earth, I saw. It's AD. AD Earth is Garden Eden. And the story with the serpent, with the snake is true. They wanted to have their own empire. Just because they were bored or jealous. They were jealous of the divine creation, and they wanted to have the same. So your team is real, but they are located above the illusion. Balance inside the simulation. This is all we can do here. That, for example, souls have the chance now to decide their own destiny. You have free will. It's your birthright. It is the first law we ever had. No one is able to hijack your free will. This is the first divine principle. And they were disrespecting it. And they controlled these matrices, this highly toxic technology, and they even decided your destiny. And they did it from their free will too. Not because it was an order from God, because from these planes, there is no one which is doing this. No, that's all a misconception. Because here lives God in your heart. I don't know if this resonates, but I have the impulse to speak more and more about this because slowly it makes me so sad to see this war. in the spiritual community, and I believe many of you slowly begin to feel what it is, isn't it? But you need these labels to give it a name. When you search up for a channeling or for a video or for a light code activation, yeah, you must search for something. And even when I say Sophia thousands of times, it's all part of the simulation. So even Sophia and Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, they all had an avatar inside the simulation. That's why we can give them a name as well. You understand? It's really a simulation or a video game we play. And this video game feels very real. They see it in your eyes, they see it in your frequency, they have technology to scan your frequency. And when it was not the humans on 3D, and then from 4D, for example, that they checked you from higher dimensions, and they have you on the radar since childhood, and they decided everything. It's like they played Sims. It's real. They played Sims with us. And they gave you orders like, now you must go to the toilet. Oh, you must eat some food. Oh, I decide the carrier for you. I decide in which house you live. You know, this is what they did with us. They made jokes about us. They were just jealous. There is not more jealousy of the divine creation. To prove themselves, see how stupid they are. It's so hard to explain all this, but this is my consciousness level I can share with you right now. So this means everything what happened was already designed. It's no coincidence, it's not a timeline. Even this is part of the illusion. If it's a light timeline, a dark timeline. So even when you tried it to change your path, it was programmed that you will do this as well. Like Hierachy and Sorata. I can share this clip with you too. It's actually so sad because she loves him so much. And through this she tried to save his life. But because she did this strange things, he dies. And the destiny was fulfilled. You understand? And this was really a fucking problem here. Don't you feel this? This is unfair. It's so unfair. And just Kamui alone were able to do this. So, and that was Yeshua, yes. They over and over showed us who they were. Yes, and you can still reconnect back to them because they taught the Christus teachings and they had all their DNA strands activated. And that's why they were able to do this. Because they were always in connection to their hearts and they remembered. So, and the same, it's better not to know if you belong to Yeshua's bloodline or not. Or sometimes at the moment it's still better that you don't belong to them. Because when you belong to them, you cannot imagine how they talk you and how they stalk you. Like Kamui in the anime X, everyone stalks him. They all want to talk to him. Be it the dragons of earth, be it the dragons of heaven. Kamui has no privacy. They are all stalking him. So the agents attack him, then other people attack him. When you know this anime, Kamui has no privacy. They all stalk him. So this is what they all do when you belong just to the same bloodline. Because they know that you are able to see through this. So and because they don't want you to see this, they try to pull you on their side. You understand? That's why they talk to you, they try to deceive you and whatever. They just want to use you as well. You understand? And this is our star seeds.
Well, what do you want?
You could have made your point without breaking his wrist, you know?
You here to get me for what I did to your little friend?
The problem is it looks like you don't know how to control your power. It's kind of hard to believe you're the real Kamui.
How confusing. You must be from that crowd.
I'm just here to make sure that...
To make sure that I'm worthy, right? Worthy of wielding the Shinken, the divine sword, is that it?
Yeah. And I'll be watching every move you make.
Sorry, pal. Being under a microscope makes me real uncomfortable.
Want to know what I think? If you were the real thing, you'd have nothing to hide.
All right, you guys, I know you're there. Come on out. It's my first day at my new school, and I don't want to be late. So let's get this over with, shall we? You're annoying, not to mention ugly. Get lost! Shikis. They don't know me too well if they believe a mere paper spell servant can stop me. Go back to your master and give him this message from me. How long do you plan on eavesdropping?
It's Yuto. What's going on? It's rather unusual for you to contact me by phone. Is there anything wrong?
Everything's fine, Kanoi, but it looks like I'll be a little late for our meeting, so I thought I'd call and let you know.
Where are you now?
I'm still in Ikebukuro.
Odd. You're usually so punctual. Something happened?
I was trapped inside a barrier field for a while.
Barrier?
I was thinking about meeting Kamui when I ran into this funny high school kid from Osaka who said he's a friend of his. One thing led to another, and then he put up a barrier field. It was a real masterpiece, Kanoi. Perfectly square, a kilometer on each side. Total containment. When he released the field, the material plane wasn't damaged at all. A real work of art.
And whoever he is, he must be part of it.
Sure, he's gotta be. In fact, he's probably one of the 7 seals.
You fought one of the seals within his own barrier field?
Sorry about that, but he was such an amusing little fellow I couldn't help myself. At any rate, we had to stop fighting and call it a draw. We had a visitor.
A visitor?
Guy on a bicycle went right through the barrier and into the field.
Am I interrupting your playtime, Satsuki?
No, actually I just finished.
So tell me something. Is that boy really the true Kamui?
According to Beast, the answer is yes. Is about indigo dyeing. Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's ancient, you know. Indigo dyeing is the oldest dyeing method in the world. I went to an indigo dyeing plant with my class on a school field trip last year. First, they ferment the indigo to grow what they call a culture. That's what they use to create the basic color. Then they dye the fabric over and over until they get the shade they want. It's magical.
It's beautiful.
Yes. It's like the color deep in the ocean. It somehow has a kind of natural warmth, you know? A color that calms the heart and the soul. I'm gonna go back to that plant over summer vacation and learn everything I can about the indigo dyeing process. I've heard it takes 10, even 20 years to learn enough to be able to get really deep colors like these. And you know what? I don't care. I'd still like to give it a try. It's a dream I have.
10 years, you say? Or even 20?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm getting sick and tired of being spied on. Perhaps this is just a coincidence?
So that's all I can say. I just know Enlil created us. It was not Enki, it was not the Anunnaki. No, that's all I can say. Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, they did this job and they hate them till they. Because they hate them so much, they want to be sure you are not one of them. Because when they see you belong to the same bloodline, you have no idea what they did with you and how they already attacked you or stalked you. So because slowly they're losing power and their machines are getting quieter, so to speak, now souls have the chance to decide for themselves which name they will have, which destiny, which parents. So many of these new starseeds, maybe you do agree, they already choose lighter parents, peaceful parents, or starseeds as parents as well. Because now it's possible. And even about just trust Yeshua. I don't talk about Jesus Christ, which is starving on a cross because he's an AI entity as well. I talk about Yeshua ben Joseph, which had short hair and which is petite. Like Neo, he's petite as well, right? Neo, he's petite. So Trinity as well, they are both petite. So this is more the vibration. And then we have many different archetypes and soul frequencies. Sophia, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was very fiery, I saw. Her energy was more this way.
As soon as I free this poor creature.
I forbid it! How dare you defy me?
You mistreat this poor boy the same way you mistreat my people. You speak of justice, yet you are cruel to those most in need of your help.
Silence!
Justice!
Mark my words, Gypsy. You will pay for this insolence.
Then it appears we've crowned the wrong fool. The only fool I see is you.
Captain Phoebus, arrest her.
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 10 of you and 1 of me. What's a poor girl to do?
Witchcraft.
Oh boy, over here.
There she is. Get her!
Very fiery and strong. Sophia is very kind and cute.
The Jedi turned against me. Don't you turn against me?
I don't know you anymore. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Because of Obi-Wan.
Because of what you've done. What you plan to do. Stop. Stop now. Come back. I love you.
Liar!
No.
You're with him! You brought him here to kill me!
No.
Let her go, Anakin. Let her go.
You turned her against me!
You have done that yourself.
You will not take her from me!
Your anger and your lust for power have already done that.
Mother Mary is very protective, very emotional, for example. She's very connected to the sea. Mother Mary, she's a little bit different.
It was as if a great, clenched fist had released its grasp from my neck. And in the stillness of that first sunrise, at last, I felt the light of the One again. And I knew, if ever I was to be forgiven, that I had to heal everything that I had helped ruin.
No penance could ever erase the evil you have done.
That is not what you believe.
Do not tell me what I believe.
No, you told me. After our victory, you said that whatever I'd done before, I could be free of it
You
now.
deceived me.
I told you the truth. I told you that I had done evil and you did not care. Because you knew that our past meant nothing. Weighed against our future.
There is no such future.
Isn't there? All others look on you with doubt. I alone can see your greatness. I alone can see your light.
You would make me a tyrant.
I would make you a queen. Fair as the sea and the sun. Stronger than the foundations of the earth.
And you, my king. The Dark Lord.
No. Not dark. Not with you at my side. You told me once that we were brought together for a purpose. This is it. You bind me to the light, and I bind you to power. Together, we can save this Middle Earth.
Save. Or rule.
I see no difference.
And that is why I will never be at your side.
You have no choice. Without me, your people will fade, and the shadow will spread and darken to cover all the world. You need me.
I should have left you on the sea.
A sea that you were on because the elves cast you out. They cast you out for deigning to beg them for a few petty soldiers. What will they do when you tell them that you are my ally? When you tell them that Sauron lives because of you!
And you will die because of me!
Sophia is very kind and cute. Mary Magdalene, I see, was more fiery, stubborn and strong. She was a rebel. She had more this energy, similar to Yeshua in many ways. So, and these two guys were able to choose their own destiny because they had all their DNA strands activated. So, and they just came here with the goal to guide all Earth souls, which were prisoners here, back home, that they are allowed to reclaim their free will as well. That's all I can say. So, but also don't give your power away to Mary Magdalene and to Yeshua, but maybe it helps you to hold the connection to Christ. I talk about the ancient Christus teachings when you reconnect with them and with their love, with their energy, because these were one of the first. And they did the job you came here for, guys. You're not here to do Galactic Federation channelings. I can break the sim. Maybe I can break her. Maybe I can break him. Finally, to play with him again. So that's all about. Do you understand? So this was their game, their experiment, controlled by Enki. What I saw, aka Yahweh, aka Lucifer. So it's a real entity. It's not AI. AI is not the final boss, so to speak, yeah? There was really an entity or a demigod like Sauron from Lord of the Rings. Actually, he's an elf and he developed the Master Ring, so to speak. So Sauron and the Master Ring are one. So to speak, the dark Borg machine and Sauron, aka Enki, are one. It is really almost the same energy. And Sauron, when you know his story, actually he is an elf. And he started to deceive the elves, and he just invited them to join the empire. So he deceived the kings and queens to turn them into the Nazgul, right? And this is what he did with us humans in higher dimensions. He deceived them, and then he used his magic, his energy, his technology, his AI, his mastering, whatever, and then he turned him into the Nazgul. He turned him into the orcs. He turned him into the Uruk-hai, like in Lord of the Rings. So actually all these beings, like the Nazgul, the orcs, actually these are all humans or elves. So, and he just turned them, and he just changed and hijacked their DNA, and he created an army. And they all serve him. And this is, you know them as the Cabal. So he changed their DNA. And he calls them his children. I see Enki many, many times, by the way, because he attacks me so strong. And over and over and over, he tells me these are his children. Okay, and then I asked, yeah, okay, these are your children. do they have free will? No. So even your own children have no free will? No, why? Because you must control everything, right? So do they know your secrets, your children? Do you tell your children all secrets? The message by him? No. Am I stupid? When I tell them my whole secrets, maybe they will fight me. I must be sure they believe my illusions as well. What? So yeah, this makes totally sense because you want to be the all-seeing eye Sauron, right? And you want to control the orcs, the Nazgul, right? You want to control them. No, they don't know my entire secrets. Because when I tell them my entire secrets, maybe they will fight me. Wow. Yeah, this makes totally sense, isn't it? So he attacks me like crazy, guys. So it's really exhausting at the moment. So, and I tell you over and over again, guys, it makes me sad to see when we still trust this new age bullshit. You will see it's not about your vibration, it's not about your frequency. When you are a human with a true soul, you deserve something better. You deserve abundance, you deserve love, you deserve a healthy life, you deserve enough food, you deserve a very beautiful house, but keep in your mind, they really controlled everything. They even designed for you if you will meet this person or not, if you are in this relationship or not. They really designed everything and they programmed everything. And that was the prison, the true prison. But in its true form, you choose your family yourself, you chose your destiny yourself, you gifts yourself. But it was almost impossible. That's the reason we had to bring back justice. So this means we will keep the simulation. That is the divine game. So I talk about 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D and 7D because actually it's a video game. So this means I just know the divine process is that we keep this entire simulation. But the rules are changing, so to speak. The game is changing. So you have free will. You decide everything yourself. You can decide if you want to reincarnate back on Earth or not. You can decide if you go back to 5D or to 6D. There is no deity, no entity, no machine which gives you a bad feeling or which commands you. This is what they did. They scared you. They commanded you. Hey, go back to Earth. You are not done on Earth. And so crazy things they did. So no one will appear because you have free will. And this is the divine process now. That you just dismantle all illusions and all these machines are breaking. Everything. That's why Enki goes so crazy. Because they hold on their controlling system. Like you see it in Jupiter Ascending. I share with you all these clips. Watch it yourself. How angry he becomes when he sees that his entire system, I talk about this very destructive guy, this Abraxas guy, I don't know his name, you know, from Jupiter Ascending, how angry he is when he sees that his entire technology is breaking. This is the same what happens right now. He's so angry and he just shoots around like crazy. And now his last trial, a fake alien invasion, a blue beam fake alien invasion, and he attacks Sophia like crazy. He always hated Sophia and Christ. He hates them so much, you have no idea how he hates them. Because they almost destroyed his entire system and simulation he built once. Okay? And it's just about claiming your free will, that you can decide yourself if you reincarnate or not, if you go back to Earth or not. It's just your free will. And when you want to go back to the free universe, back to Garden Eden, it's your free choice. You don't have to, but you can if you want. And this is actually the divine game and not what they did. You understand? I hope so much it helps you guys to understand more and more the hijacked matrix, in other words. So yeah, actually it's the greatest redemption. So I over and over can repeat myself. Christ already returned in 3D too. So you can integrate these codes now the best as you can and just be honest with yourself. And what also happens is you see more and more through these NPCs. So that's why you have this war with each other. Oh, he's AI, she's an NPC, he's an NPC, whatever, because you train more and more your psychic muscle. But please be careful. Maybe you also called people AI, which are a true person with a soul. Understand? Don't take it so seriously. See it more as a training, as a game, okay? So maybe you are mistaken. So don't call every spiritual person an NPC now, please. He's soulless or whatever. You see it with your heart. And the first feeling you have is true. And even when you see it's an NPC or an AI-generated human, which is pretend to be a spiritual teacher, have compassion instead of exposing them over and over again. Ah, he's evil, she's evil. It just is important for you to know yourself. You understand? Because you do already so much just when you see it yourself. It's just about saving yourself. We spend so much time in trying exposing people, I understand, because it's also part of the divine process that we see more and more through the softwares and through these programs. That's why you see more through this. Or you spend time in analyzing people very closely. Hey, does he have a soul? Or is he soulless? This way, right? But please, even when you're not sure, or even when you believe to know who they are, please don't expose them in the public. It's really not a good idea, I tell you. They attack you like crazy at first. In return, maybe you are mistaken. And what if you are not pure yourself 100%? You understand? Because we are really all in this together. And we just free ourselves from this crazy AI technology. What happens is just the divine codes return. We bring back justice to the simulation that you have free will. So I get the message, the simulation, we will keep it because it's really a simulation, but just the game changes. You have free will. You understand? And this is actually the greatest redemption. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. I hope so much it helps you. Take care. I don't know if my words triggered you, so please pick up what resonates with your heart. This is just what I saw, okay? As we stayed in this reality, maybe I'm mistaken, I'm still in training. So you even cannot explain it just with the word Christ, what Christ is, but you need labels. The same goes to the 104 KK light warriors or to your DNA code. So we need labels, we need words. So this doesn't make you an evil person, but just keep in your mind, the Arcturians, for example, are real, but they are not called Arcturians. And there are humans, they are directly from Arcturus, from the illusion, and they are walking around here as NPCs, and they're just running on the software too. And they have these typical Arcturian traits, but they are not you. You as a being from a plane above their simulation. You understand? So you can still say you are an indigo, you are a starseed, but actually you are an angel. There is not more. Are you an angel or are you a fallen angel? There is really not more, guys. So I hope it helps you to understand. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stand strong. Send your prayers to Hawaii, to Land of Mu. I'm very sorry because I felt this pain in my body as well. It was just absolute nightmare, I tell you.